নমস্কার দর্শক বন্ধুরা, রেস স্পোর্টসে আপনাদের সকলকে স্বাগত। আর প্রথমেই আপনাদের সকলকে শুভ দোলযাত্রা। আজকের এই রঙিন দিনটা আরও রঙিন করে ফেলুন আপনাদের গোটা পরিবারের সঙ্গে। আর আপনারা দেখতেই পাচ্ছেন আমরা কিন্তু রয়েছি গুয়াহাটির ইন্দিরা গান্ধী অ্যাথলেটিক স্টেডিয়ামে, যেখানে কিন্তু আগামীকাল ভারতীয় দল তাদের যে 2026 ফিফা ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ কোয়ালিফায়ার্সের দ্বিতীয় রাউন্ডের একটা গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ম্যাচ রয়েছে, সেখানে কিন্তু আফগানিস্তানের বিরুদ্ধে এই মাঠেই খেলবে। আর তার আগে কিন্তু একটা খুব বড় কথা কোচ ইগর স্টিমাচ বলে গেলেন। তিনি পরিষ্কার কিন্তু জানিয়ে গেলেন যে তিনি যদি দলকে তৃতীয় রাউন্ডে না নিয়ে যেতে পারেন, তিনি কিন্তু সেদিনই পদত্যাগ করবেন। তবে কিন্তু এটাও তিনি সঙ্গে বললেন যে যদি তিনি নিয়ে যেতে পারেন, এবং যেটা ব্যাপারে তিনি আশাবাদী, তাহলে কিন্তু তার পরের যে 10টা ম্যাচ, যার অর্থ 5টা হোম ম্যাচ 5টা অ্যাওয়ে ম্যাচ, সেই ম্যাচেও কিন্তু দলের কাছে প্রচুর সুযোগ রয়েছে দলকে আরও ভালো করে সাজানোর, আরও সামনে এগিয়ে নিয়ে যাওয়ার ভারতীয় ফুটবলকে। এবং তিনি পজিটিভটাই ভাবতে চাইছেন, তিনি নেগেটিভটা কোনোভাবেই ভাবতে চাইছেন না। এবং সেই কারণেই আগামীকাল তিনি কিন্তু ম্যাচটা জিততে চাইছেন, আফগানিস্তানকে যে কোনোভাবে তিনি হারাতে চাইছেন। প্লাস সঙ্গে এটাও বললেন যে অনেক ফুটবলার নেই, আপনারা সকলেই জানেন আশিক কুন্ডিয়ান তো দীর্ঘদিন বদলের বাইরে, সদ্য চোট পেয়েছেন সাহাল আব্দুল সামাদ, গতকাল আমরা সেটা জানিয়েও ছিলাম। সুতরাং তিনি বলছেন যে যারা চলে গেছে, যারা নেই, তাদের নিয়ে তিনি ভাবতে চান না। নতুন অনেক ফুটবলার এসছেন, বা পুরনো যারা ফুটবলার রয়েছেন তারাও রয়েছেন, তাদের সংমিশ্রণেই কিন্তু তিনি একটা ভালো ম্যাচ উপহার দিতে চাইছেন, এবং তিনি চান দল ম্যাচটা জিতুক। সঙ্গে তিনি একটাও বলছেন যে এর আগে মাত্র 3বার, তার যেই 4 বছরের স্টিন্ট, এর মধ্যে 3বার মাত্র তিনি 10 দিন বা 15 দিনের এরকম একটা প্রস্তুতি শিবির করার সুযোগ পেয়েছেন, এবং সেই 3বারই কিন্তু দল দুর্দান্ত পারফর্ম করেছে। 3বারই সবার মধ্যে খুব একটা যে কম্বিনেশন, সেটা গোটা দলের মধ্যে কম্বিনেশনটা দারুণ তৈরি হয়েছিল, এবং দল যে ফ্রুটফুল রেজাল্ট আমরা চাইছি, সেই রেজাল্ট দল দিতে পারছিল। তাই তিনি বলছেন যে সামনের মরশুমে সেরকম বিশাল কোনো টুর্নামেন্টও নেই বা কিছুও নেই, যা আছে যদি ভারত তৃতীয় রাউন্ডে যায় সেই সময় কিন্তু তার কিছু ম্যাচ থাকবে। সেই সময় কিন্তু যারা এআইএফএফের বা এফএসডিএল, যারা এই আইএসএলেরও ফিক্সচার তৈরি করে, তিনি বলছেন যে সেই লিগের এবং ভারতীয় দলের ফিক্সচারটা যেন সেইভাবেই তৈরি করা হয়, যাতে আইএসএলের যারা ক্লাব, সেই ক্লাবের কোচেরাও যথেষ্ট সময় পান, এবং যাতে তিনিও সময় পান দলকে ঠিকমতো তৈরি করে নেওয়ার। এবং সেটা হলে কিন্তু ভারতীয় ফুটবলেরই একেবারে ভালো হবে ভারতীয় ফুটবলের। সঙ্গে তিনি এটাও বলেন যে প্লেয়াররা এত টানা যদি তাদের খেলতে হয়, শিডিউল যদি এত প্যাকড আপ হয়, অবশ্যই প্লেয়ারদের ওপর এফেক্ট পড়বে, এবং সেটাই হচ্ছে। তিনি কিন্তু সেটা সবার আগে বন্ধ করতে বলছেন এএফএফকে বা এফএসডিএলকে। এখন দেখার ভারতীয় দল এই আফগানিস্তানের বিরুদ্ধে এই গুয়াহাটিতে জয় তুলে নিতে পারে কিনা, এবং তিনি যে সাজেশনগুলো ভারতীয় ফুটবলের যারা শীর্ষে রয়েছেন তাদের দিলেন, সেই সাজেশনগুলো তারা মেনে নেন কিনা। চলুন আজকে প্রেস কনফারেন্সে এসে কোচ ইগর স্টিমাচ কী বললেন তার মুখ থেকেই আমরা শুনে নিই।
Obviously, first of all, you see the smile on my face when I see so many of you here. When we were 5 days back there in Saudi, there was no one in the press room. So it's really nice to feel this atmosphere, this buzz here, and I appreciate you all being here. What to say? We were disappointed with the end results against Afghanistan in the first game. Obviously, I couldn't be happy with the performance. But realistically, it's much difficult to expect from our boys to shine after 3 days of work and such a long travel, you know. And I don't blame anyone. So we need to make things right here. We need to try to make things right here, and that's what we're going to try to do. How good it's going to work, we're going to see. We'll do our best, definitely. And what I say to my players, nothing ends in tomorrow games, because we are in a really good position, holding the second spot in the group, which is taking us to the third round of the qualifiers. And the tomorrow result will not change nothing about that. The final date will come in June against Kuwait, most probably the game which will be played in Kolkata. So I have seen many comments, many disappointments, many frustrations there. There shouldn't be any, believe me. Because we have proved so many times already that our team works perfectly when we have enough time to work together, to spend together. And I would love all of you to have a little bit more trust in all what we do, because it's been proven so many times. And whatever I said, it's been proven that it was the truth. Whenever we had these special situations for a long camp, we shined so much that everybody was excited about Indian football. Everybody started trusting us and believing and having faith in whatever we do. But then, one poor result, everything disappears, everyone becomes negative, and that doesn't help our players. I don't mind myself, but we are not helping our players in any way. So let's think about that a little bit. We are on the verge of making greatest success in Indian football history, and I urge everyone there, help us do that. Do not bring barricades against this fantastic result which is ahead of us. So the boys who will come out tomorrow, they will do their best. I hope there will be a huge crowd here in Assam State, in Guwahati. We remember how well we played against Oman here, who is far better than Afghanistan, but that was a long time ago. You could clearly see in the first game that that Afghanistan team was not the team who played against Qatar and Kuwait. That was far better team because they had a long camp in Aba, 3-week camp prior to our game. They were working on the things, preparing the things, and waiting on us there. So that's what long camp can change in one team, you know. So ranking means nothing. As I mentioned many times, you will remember how good we handled Australia for the 60 minutes and then receiving one silly goal which opened the score, which made it easier for Australia. So it's a clear sign that rankings are not helping you there on the pitch when you need to get the win. So we are positive, we are looking forward to tomorrow's game, and we're going to try to do our best. So draw is the same as the loss for us. Draw and loss will mean that we need to beat Kuwait here in June. If we win the game, that means that the draw will be enough against Kuwait. So we'll try to do our best to make it easier for ourselves for the June. But I promised already, and I told you, we're going to take India together to the third round of the qualifiers. Our team is going to fly in June for the game against Kuwait and Qatar. But tomorrow we're going to do everything possible to get a win. Listen, the scoring problem's been hunting us for 5 years. Even before I came here, the scoring problem was hunting us, and I will not repeat myself saying about mentioning the problems which we have in the competitions, in the leagues, with the foreign players occupying these most important positions and all that. That is obviously hurting us. Against Afghanistan, we had the best Indian striking force up front. We also had several chances which we could execute. If Manvir scored goal there at the 15th minute, I think, in the first half, then the game would change drastically. We didn't score, and the game went on as it went. Such games you can lose at the end, because when you get into the last 10 minutes, it becomes very dangerous, and a certain pressure comes at you. So the good thing about, the positive thing about that game is the clean sheet. It's the second away game, you know, which we had in these qualifiers with a clean sheet, which is telling about stability in defensive shape. We didn't allow much to Afghanistan apart from one chance when they got in behind our defenders. But Gurpreet stood up there and cut the angle to the player, so he couldn't take the clean shot. He tried to pass the ball, and that's why they missed the chance. But obviously, I cannot help our players there in the final third. It's up to them. It's up to their individual quality to show at certain situations what they can do, how they can take good decisions and execute the positions they are in. You know, mostly us coaches say that we can help players and organize their game in first and the second third. In the final third, when it comes there, it's up to them. Show the quality. You know, and it's not easy for them because mostly, as you can see, they are not playing these positions, crucial positions in their club, apart from Sunil this season, and no one else is there. Chante is recently playing as a central forward player, you know. Vikram is playing on the left wing, entering from that position inside. Manvir is on the right wing or right fullback in the system 3 at the back. So in 3 days' time, 4 days' time, to make that change, that's impossible. It's impossible. We're going to put our best striking force there tomorrow. We're going to try to find a way, try to change few things. We're going to need some fresh legs also there. Our intention is to start controlling the game from the very first minute with the various new technical players in the team, I would say that. So let's hope it will work. I will take you back 7-8 months. And after we won the tournament, Tri Nation, Hero Intercontinental Cup, and SAF, and everybody was kind of jumping into euphoria, I was saying, calm down. Calm down. Let's prepare for what's coming at us. And you will remember at that time that my situation within AIFF was in a position that I would be extended my contract after the Asian Cup. And I didn't accept that position. I wanted immediate discussion with the AIFF officials, knowing very well what's going to happen, and not putting myself in a position to discuss it after the Asian Cup, because being aware that we're not going to be able to get enough time for the Cup, I was ready to accept suffering, another process, defeats, abuse, to get to June and to prove everyone once again where we're going to go in the next phase of our work. So if I need to remind everyone every time what I was saying, that whatever I was saying was the truth, was a realistic picture of where we stand and where we can go, how far we can reach and how much time we need for that, then I will keep repeating. I don't have a problem with that, you know. So I extended my contract. My contract is until 26. It's very clear. So whoever feels better abusing me or players or the team because of the result or actual situation, if he feels better about it, then I'm happy. But we know very well where we go and how we're going to get there. And if it takes suffering tomorrow also, we're going to accept it because it's coming from the God. Then at the end of every suffering comes the light out of the tunnel, which will bring happiness. And we are well aware that we are learning through each defeat, through each bad performance, poor performance, or good performance. We are a team which is in creating phase. We are a team which is seeing some players playing their last days and some new boys entering the team. We have a core base of the team which is 15, 16 players, and there is 10 positions which will be changing based on performance level. And as I said, my very first day at the PC when I had with Indian media, Indian people, I said, if we are not all together in this, then we are not helping each other. Simple as that. So once again, I'm asking for unity, I'm asking for understanding and the patience. We enter the second phase of our work. I said, never mind the contract. I'm telling you now in front of you, if I don't take India to the third round, I will leave. With my pride, with honor, on everything which was done here in the 5 years of work, and I will leave my position to someone else. But if we qualify, come on, let's understand there is plenty of work to be done yet. 10 more games to enjoy, 5 games at home. You can imagine what kind of excitement that can bring to us. So thank you very much and happy holiday. No, the other thing is which is not helping the ISL coaches, same way it doesn't help me, you know, because the way the competition is going on is not helping the coaches in ISL. They don't have time to work with the players. They just travel and play games, so there is no even time for a generation sessions, you know. So these players are exposed to extreme risk of injuries, which we witness every day. And if you don't have enough time to work with the players which are in need of work to improve their abilities, their individual skills, their basic skills which were missed in developmental programs, then we have a huge problem. So that's the point I want to discuss with everyone, and we need to change it, because the coaches, they need to be awarded enough time to prepare the teams for ISL season, because 6 weeks of time is needed there, but not 6 weeks where you're gonna not have enough time for training sessions, or not have good facilities for training sessions, or just disrupt the training process with a certain competition which is not helping the team too much, you know. So these are the things which all the stakeholders need to discuss, but it's not time now to speak about it. These problems are deep, and they need to be discussed amongst everyone to help Indian football in the future. That's how I see it. I will remind you once again, In my 4-year tenure, we had 3 long camps. One was 5 years ago, right here, prior to games against Oman and Qatar. You remember how well team played at that time. Second long camp was prior to AFC Asian Cup qualifiers in Kolkata. The team was flying. 3 games, 3 wins, 8 1-goal difference. Third long camp was last year prior to these tournaments, which we played brilliantly, even rotating the team every game. You could clearly see that there was no difference on the pitch, that the game intensity was there, that everybody knows exactly what he needs to do in each moment of the game. And then you say in the future, I stayed here because promises are made for the future. And the promise is very simple, that everybody will sit down at the end of this season to make sure that the calendar for the future season is done in regards so everyone can be satisfied. We don't have disruption for the next year with the Asian Games or anything in between, so the season calendar can be created in a way that the national team gets 7 extra days apart from 5, which is given to us by FIFA window, to come to a 12 days, come prior to each FIFA window. We have 5 FIFA windows during the year, and that's it. That's what we are looking for. As you know, June is always there available to us to organize a longer camp for those players who performed well in ISL, so we can see some players from I-League also, which we are monitoring and make sure that they start understanding what is the expectation when they reach the national team stage.
গুয়াহাটি থেকে সৌরভ রায় এবং শুভম মণ্ডলের সঙ্গে আমি সৌম্যজিৎ দে, রে স্পোর্টস।